Hi, I'm Joyce Alice, and this video is about the Lewis Chessmen. The Lewis Chessmen, named after the island where they were found, are a group of distinctive 12th century chess pieces, along with other game pieces, most of which are carved from walrus ivory. They were discovered in 1831 on Lewis in the Outer Hebrides of Scotland, and they may constitute some of the few complete surviving medieval chess sets. These are my own personal chess set pieces, which are replicas of the original ones. Of course, the originals are mostly in the British Museum, and some are in the museum in Scotland. But I really think these are so cool. And I thought it would be fun to do some pen and ink drawings of these really neat chess pieces. And so I did a time lapse of my drawing. And if you want to see the completed drawings, you can download them for free from my website, thejoyfuleye.com. So let's go ahead and get started. And as I draw these pieces, I'm going to be reading about them from the Wikipedia article on the Lewis chess sets. Let's see, when found, they found them in 1831, and the hoard contained 93 artifacts, 78 chess pieces, 14 tablemen, and 1 belt buckle. Today, 82 pieces are owned and usually exhibited by the British Museum in London, and the remaining 11 are at the National Museum of Scotland in Edinburgh. Additionally, a newly identified piece, a warder, the equivalent of a castle or rook, was sold for £735,000 in July 2019. 4 other major pieces and many pawns remain missing from the chess sets. The British Museum claims the chessmen were probably made in Trondheim, the medieval capital of Norway, in the 12th century, although some scholars have suggested other Nordic countries. During that period, the Outer Hebrides, along with other major groups of Scottish islands, were ruled by Norway. Some historians believe that the Lewis chessmen were hidden or lost after some mishap occurred during their carriage from Norway to wealthy Norse towns on the east coast of Ireland, such as Dublin. The large number of pieces and their lack of wear may suggest that they were the stock of a trader or dealer. Almost all of the pieces in the collection are carved from walrus ivory, with a few made instead from whale teeth. The 79 chess pieces consist of 8 kings, 8 queens, 16 bishops, 15 knights, 13 rooks, after the 2019 discovery, and 19 pawns. All the pieces are sculptures of human figures, with the exception of the pawns, which are smaller geometric shapes. The knights are mounted on rather diminutive horses and are shown holding spears and shields. The rooks are standing soldiers or warders, holding shields and swords. 4 of the rooks are shown as wild-eyed berserkers, biting their shields with battle fury. Berserkers is a word that comes from the Old Norse, and it literally means bare shirt. They were warriors depicted in the Old Norse written corpus as fighting in a trance-like fury and wearing animal skins, a characteristic which later gave rise to the modern English word berserk, meaning furiously violent or out of control. So this rook is, as you can see, is biting his shield. And the other rook is giving him a sideways glance, and he looks kind of worried. I think these are so funny. Some pieces bore traces of red stain when found, possibly indicating that red and white were used to distinguish the two sides, rather than the black and white used in modern chess. Scholars have observed that to the modern eye, the figural pieces, with their bulging eyes and glum expressions, have a distinct comical character. This is especially true of the single rook with a worried sideways glance, and the berserkers biting their shields, which have been called irresistibly comic to a modern audience. This has just been a few excerpts from the Wikipedia article on the Isle of Lewis Chessmen. There's a lot more about them on the internet. I think they're really fascinating. But thanks for watching. If you'd like to see my finished pen and ink drawings, take a look at them on thejoyfuleye.com, and you can download them, print them out if you want. Thanks. Bye.